The crystalline halls of the Zephyrian Palace reflected Marcus Chen's weary face back at him 1,000 times over. 3 months had passed since the incident at the Nebula Cross Station, and he was no closer to leaving this gilded cage than the day he'd arrived. "The Queen will see you now." "Human," announced Keeper Vix, her forearms gesturing toward the throne room's massive doors. Marcus followed, his boots echoing against floors that seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy. He'd been summoned before Queen Thalara dozens of times, and each conversation ended the same way, with his travel permits denied and his ship impounded. The Queen sat upon her throne of living coral, her bioluminescent skin pulsing with royal purple hues. Beside her stood Princess Lyrae, the reason Marcus couldn't leave. The young princess's silver eyes met his briefly before looking away, guilt written across her elegant features. "Ambassador Chen," Queen Thalara's voice resonated through the chamber like a cathedral bell. "You have requested departure authorization again. Your Majesty, with respect, I've been requesting it daily for 93 days. Marcus kept his tone diplomatic, though frustration leaked through. "My presence here was never meant to be permanent. You saved my daughter's life." The Queen descended from her throne, her 7-foot frame towering over Marcus. "Zephyrian law is absolute. A life debt must be honored." Marcus had heard this speech before. At the Nebula Cross Station, a fuel leak had triggered an explosion in the diplomatic wing. Princess Lyrae had been trapped behind a sealed bulkhead, unconscious from smoke inhalation. Marcus, a simple cargo hauler with a knack for engineering, had manually overridden the emergency locks, a process that required bypassing a plasma conduit. The burns on his arms had healed. The scars remained. "I don't want anything in return," Marcus said, the same words he'd spoken countless times. "Humans don't leave people to die when we can help. It's just what we do." "Incomprehensible," murmured Vix from behind him. The Queen's expression softened slightly. "Your species continues to baffle us, Marcus Chen. The Zephyrian Empire has detailed records of 16 separate incidents involving humans across the galaxy. In each case, your kind risked life and limb for beings you'd never met, expecting nothing in return." She began to pace, her robes trailing like liquid starlight. "The Chromath would have negotiated compensation first. The Velkar would have weighed the cost-benefit ratio. The Drexians would have simply observed and documented. But humans—" She turned to face him. "You run toward danger when all logic suggests retreat. Maybe we're just stupid," Marcus offered with a slight smile. "Or perhaps," Princess Lyrae spoke for the first time, her voice like wind chimes, "you are the first truly courageous species we've encountered." Queen Thalara held up a hand, silencing her daughter. "The life debt remains unpaid."
"You gave your blood and risked your future for my child."
"I cannot allow you to simply leave." "Then what do you want from me?" Marcus's patience finally cracked. "I've taught your engineers about human technology. I've shared our literature, our history, our culture. What more can I give?" "Your presence," the Queen said simply. "The Zephyrian Empire spans 400 worlds, Ambassador Chen. We are advanced in ways your species cannot yet comprehend. Yet in all our millennia of civilization, we have never encountered what you possess, and what's that? Selfless instinct." The Queen moved closer, her eyes studying him as one might examine a rare artifact. "When you saw my daughter in danger, you didn't calculate odds. You didn't consider political ramifications. You didn't even think about your own survival. You simply acted." She gestured to the massive windows overlooking the capital city. "Billions of Zephyrians went about their lives in towers that pierced the clouds. Our people are efficient, logical, advanced. But we have optimized the heart right out of ourselves. When was the last time a Zephyrian risked everything for a stranger?" Princess Lyrae stepped forward, her voice trembling. "Mother, please. He saved me and we've imprisoned him. This isn't honor, it's shame." Silence. The Queen's skin flared bright crimson. "You don't understand what's at stake." But Marcus did suddenly. He'd spent 3 months studying Zephyrian culture, reading their histories, understanding their psychology. They were a species that had conquered chaos through order, eliminated suffering through logic, achieved peace through calculated diplomacy. They had also, he realized, forgotten how to be heroes. "You want to study me?" Marcus said quietly, not as a specimen but as a teacher. Queen Thalara's skin shifted to a color Marcus had never seen, something between purple and gold, shot through with silver threads. Surprise, he guessed. The galaxy is changing, Ambassador Chen. New threats emerge from the void. Ancient enemies stir in the deep dark. And my people have forgotten how to face danger without calculating acceptable losses first. She returned to her throne, suddenly looking ancient and tired. You humans are barely a century into space travel. Your technology is primitive, your ships laughably slow, your weapons crude. Thanks, Marcus muttered. And yet, the Queen continued, you've already established a reputation, the species that never abandons their own. The fools who negotiate for the release of prisoners they've never met. The madmen who fight wars to protect refugees from worlds they can't even pronounce. She leaned forward, her eyes intense. I need you to teach us to be fools again, Marcus Chen. My military academies want to study human tactics. My diplomats want to understand your negotiation strategies. My people need to remember that logic, while valuable, isn't the only path to survival. Marcus stood silent, processing. Finally he spoke, and if I refuse, then you're free to go. The Queen's voice held an emotion Marcus couldn't quite identify. I won't hold you prisoner any longer. Your ship will be refueled, your supplies restocked. Your cargo holds filled with Zephyrian technology worth more than your entire planet's GDP. Just like that? Just like that? She smiled, a gesture that didn't quite work on her alien features. My daughter taught me something today. True honor can't be forced. It must be freely given, like the sacrifice you made. Marcus looked at Princess Lyrae, who watched him with hopeful eyes. He thought about his small hauler ship, the deliveries waiting, the simple life he'd left behind. Then he thought about a species that had everything except the one thing humans took for granted, the irrational, illogical, beautiful impulse to help others without asking why. I'll stay, he said. 6 months. I'll teach your people everything I can about human courage, human foolishness, and human hope, but on one condition. Name it. Princess Lyrae attends every session. She's already got the right instincts, she just needs someone to tell her it's okay to use them. The Queen's skin blazed with colors Marcus had no names for. Joy, he decided. She was feeling joy. Agreed, Ambassador Chen, welcome to the Zephyrian Empire. Officially this time. As Marcus was escorted out, he caught Princess Lyrae's whispered words. Thank you. For everything. Just doing what humans do, he replied. We help even when it's inconvenient. Especially then. Behind him, he heard the Queen's voice, softer now. Perhaps there's hope for us yet, Vix. Perhaps, Your Majesty, though I still say humans are utterly mad. Yes, the Queen agreed. Beautifully, impossibly mad.